That you can do if you remain unborn. Creator will take care of everything. The source of creation takes care of everything if you're not here. Because you're here, you've been given a role to play, but there is an intelligence within you where there is no memory. If you touch that dimension of intelligence, then this longing to expand will disappear in you because you found unbridled access to the cosmos. In yoga, the yogis have a mischievous way of expressing this. They say, if you touch your chitta, then gods will become your slaves. This is a mischievous way of saying it.
This question is from Ashok Kumar. Namaskaram Sadhguru. I want to know why this creation was created in the first place.
I didn't do it. Is he blaming me?
And also why the one who's created is not even given the liberty to know the nature of its own existence.
One who is created? Oh, created, not the creator, okay. If there was no possibility of you knowing the nature of your own existence, why would I waste my life with you? Because if there was no possibility, what is the point? It doesn't matter what kind of a fool you are, still there is a possibility. That is why the effort. Otherwise, what's the point? This is what spiritual process means, that you have not written off any life because every life is a possibility. Somebody is like this, somebody is like this, somebody is like that, somebody looks stupid, somebody looks smart. It doesn't matter what society is making these judgments, but as a life, it has enough intelligence to exist. Because to exist, it needs a lot of intelligence. How many things are functioning? Not one or two things, millions and millions of things are happening. If you have the intelligence to exist, you have the intelligence to know. But you are a little distracted. You who have not learned how to harness your intelligence, so it's giving you a little headache. If you're getting a headache, when I say headache, not just the virus headache, I'm talking, in terms of, something troubling you, that means you have enough intelligence to trouble yourself. If you know how to create a problem which does not exist, tell me, creating something is more effortful and needs more substance, or not creating anything needs more substance? Obviously creating something. Creating all these falsehoods in your mind takes a lot of intelligence and effort. But this is a way, if I give you a screwdriver to do some simple job here, you put it in your ears, you thought, it's a good way, it'll work for some time. And then you thought, that also you do. But then one day you eyeball something is happening, well, you know. That's all that's happening to you. It may sound so ridiculous, but that's how ridiculous it is. That is all you're doing to yourself. Repeatedly I've been saying this, if we remove half your brain, you won't need any spirituality, you'll sit peacefully. Mouth may open a little bit, but what's the problem? But you will become peaceful. So your problem is not that you don't have enough intelligence to know, your problem is you have not harnessed it. So, Why can't the Creator harness it also for me? How is this? We gave you horse and we gave you 2 legs to ride on it. No, why can't you ride it for me? What is that? That you can do. If you remain unborn, Creator will take care of everything. The source of creation takes care of everything if you're not here. Because you're here, you've been given a role to play. Even a little ant, this ant is a problem. Some people are commenting about my ant and human being example because there are people who take examples literally. If I say an ant and an elephant, what is he talking? How are ant and elephant related? They're not the same species. What is he talking? I didn't say they got married. So, even if you take the smallest creature, there are much smaller creatures than ant. There is a virus, of course. But normally, in a language, ant means, because it's a common thing everywhere, maybe people who are living in apartments have not seen an ant, so they're thinking I'm talking about some creature, but otherwise those who lived on this planet, ants are everywhere. So, a small little creature and you, if you look at it, ant also wants to do his own thing in his own way. For whatever little brain he has, he wants to do his own thing. He's going somewhere, you block his way and see. I spent months trying to understand these ants and I was amazed at their intelligence and their sense of survival. How they manage things is quite incredible. And their traffic sense. All the people in Bangalore, they need some ant training. Simply they're going like this, nobody hits each other, they're just going like this, okay? So I was so amazed, I spent so much time, you just put your hand there, he wants to go in his own way. He will not change his way and go away somewhere. He will like this, go and again come here and go. Because he wants to do his own thing. So this is the nature of life. Not only that, every one of the creature it's a magnanimity of creation. It's given you an individual experience. Just imagine, if you didn't have your neurological system, nothing. Most probably the virus doesn't have an individual experience because he doesn't have any neurological system. We do not know, but I am assuming. Maybe he does not have an individual experience, they are a collective existence probably. But we have individual experience. All of us came from the same soil, but we have individual experience as we sit here. This is not a small thing. This is a fundamental value of our life, that we have an individual experience. When you have an individual experience, is it not your business to handle or to harness your intelligence to know? Do you have the needed intelligence to know? Absolutely. As I said, if you have the intelligence to exist, you have the intelligence to know. But because people have told you you will go to heaven, you are saving it to use it elsewhere. But we even burn your brains when we take you to the crematorium. At least in the Isha crematoriums, even the brains are burnt. So if you are saving it to take it there and use it, now we'll burn it up here. There we don't know whether they'll give you a brain or not. Yes. Because here yours is not working, that is why you want to go somewhere else. It's time you make your body, brain, energy work here to its fullest. And Hold it in your hands and direct it the way you want. Right now, it's just spilling around. Your intelligence is just spilling around and causing havoc to yourself and to everybody around you. Yes? So it's not that creation has not given you the means. Means are there, you must use it. If you're not using it, you're using it against yourself. Lockdown, 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 and you're poking yourself right now. If you really look at it, lockdown is the greatest thing that's happened to you in your life, if you ask me. Because 6, 8 weeks, when did anybody have a vacation like that? Oh, I can't go anywhere. That's not the point. You have time. How many things you could do? How many things you could do with yourself and what's around you, the people around you. Today I was talking to some police officers, it's a kind of a conversation. They were saying even in Chennai, the number of domestic violence cases are going up. Because you don't know how to be, you're beating up each other. Just nonsense. These are the people that you call your family, huh? All the best. If this is how you manage your family, all the best for you. Your loved ones there, that's why they're tappad. Your loved ones, you're smashing them up and this is your loved ones. Then maybe mosquito also is your family. Must be. That's why you keep slapping them. It's time you learn to deal with yourself. You got 15, 16 days, lot of time. Please, at least if you don't know anything else, at least do inner engineering online, huh? At least learn to handle your thought and emotion. If you don't learn to handle your energy, which may take little more, at least your thought and emotion, the way you want it. If you don't do this, how do you expect your life to be worthwhile in any sense? Your only sense of worth is you have the gold medal I'm going to give you today. Your gold medal is 500 grams little heavier than somebody else's. You got 500 grams more gold than the person next to you and you feel great. This is all the perversion that's been cultivated, unfortunately. It's time you learn how to handle your intelligence. Then everybody has enough intelligence to know how to live.
I have a very small question, sir.
Questions are like that only.
Do karmas exist and how do they affect our destiny?
Let's understand this. Karma means action. So when you say karma, you're referring to action. There are four types of actions that you're performing right now as you sit here. Your body is doing something, physical action. Your mind is doing something, mental action. Your emotions are doing something, emotional action. Your energies are doing something, energy action. These four dimensions of activity are happening every moment of your life, both in wakefulness and sleep. It's happening. Since today morning, since the time you woke up, I will excuse you for the times when you were sleeping. From the time you woke up till this moment, how much of this, what percentage of these four actions are you conscious of? That's a question. How much percentage do you believe you're conscious of from morning to… now, these 4 types of actions, well below 1%, isn't it? So 99 plus of your karma, your action, is unconscious. Suppose unconsciously, I'm taking something and throwing like this all over, and this keeps coming and falling on my head. I think it's being dropped from heaven, because I'm unconscious that I'm throwing all these things. When 99% of your actions, or over 99% of your actions are unconscious, you always think something is being done to you, isn't it? Why forever people have been talking about being conscious is just this. If you raise it to 2%, suddenly it looks like your destiny is in your hands. If you have mastery over your physical body, 15 to 20% of your life and destiny will be in your hands. If you have mastery over your mind, 50 to 60% of your life and destiny is in your hands. If you have mastery over your life energies, 100% of life and destiny is in your hands. Now your intelligence or your mind structure finds expression in many ways. I know in English language, if you say mind, one word, it's supposed to cover everything. In the yogic way of looking at things, we look at human mind as 16 parts. Right now I won't go into the 16, we will make it into 4 segments. The 4 segments are called buddhi, ahankara, manas and chitta. Buddhi means the intellect. Intellect is a sharp knife. The sharper it is, the better it is. So the way of the intellect is, it has to dissect everything to know anything. This is the nature of the intellect. Because our modern education has become fully intellect-oriented, other dimensions of intelligence have been completely ignored by the so-called education today. Everything is by intellect. What this means is, if I really want to know you well, I have to dissect you. Yes, this is the only way intellect can know something. See, if you give this beautiful flower to a scientist, what he will do is he will rip it apart into many pieces and tell you many things about this flower. Only thing is, he will not experience the flower the way it is, for what it is. He does not know what a bee knows, but he knows many other things, because this is the nature of the intellect. If you really love somebody, you must dissect them, you get me? I'm telling you, that is the way we are going right now. Our entire education system, our cultures are becoming intellectual. When it becomes intellectual, whatever is given to you, helplessly you will dissect it. This is why people are having such problems with human relationships, because if you dissect and look at anybody, nobody seems okay, including yourself. Yes, if you include them, if you embrace them, you may know some beauty about who they are. But if you dissect them, everybody is ugly. Yes or no? So the next dimension is called ahankara. Ahankara means it's your identity. I know it's largely interpreted as ego, no, it is your identity. Whatever identity you have taken, your intellect will do everything to protect that identity, always. If you strongly think, I am a man, it will try to protect your masculine gender. If you say, I'm a woman, it will try to protect your feminine gender. If you say, I'm an Indian, it'll protect that. If you say, I'm an African, it'll protect that. Whatever identity you take, your intellect will try to always protect that, it works around that. So whatever kind of identity you take, it is a certain type of prejudice. No, I'm very broad-minded. All right, you have a broad prejudice. But it is a prejudice. The moment you're identified with something, you cannot help it because your intellect functions around it. The next dimension of the intelligence is called manas. Manas means it's a huge silo of memory. There are 8 forms of memory. Let me not go into all that, but it is clear there is evolutionary memory. That is, see, if you eat a mango, it goes inside and becomes a male body. If a cow eats a mango, it goes inside the cow and becomes a cow's body. This is because there is a certain type of evolutionary memory in you. If this memory was not strong, suddenly you ate a mango and you could become a monkey one day. Such a thing never happened, ever, to any creature, because the evolutionary memory is so strong and there. It will never wavered for a moment. You may think many things in your mind, but the evolutionary memory never wavered for a moment in your life, isn't it? No matter, even if you ate dog food, you did not become a dog. Yes? The next is a genetic memory. Now, when we say memory, we always think it's here. No. Every cell in your body carries 1 trillion times more memory than your brain is capable of. Do you remember how your great-great-great-great-grandfather looked like? You don't, but his nose is sitting on your face. It is. Million years ago, how your forefathers were, your body still remembers, isn't it? You're living in Africa now, it never got confused. Even the tone of the skin, it did not get confused. It is continuing. If you live here for 1,000,000 years more, it will still continue remembering how it was, isn't it? There is a genetic memory. So there is conscious memory, subconscious memory, unconscious memory, many layers of memory, but there is a silo of memory. If the memory and the intellect get delinked, then intellect is no use. Your intellect looks smart only because it's continuously fueled by the memory that you carry. So today, being smart means, you know what, when you go to the next dinner party, you know what you do? This is what everybody is doing these days. They'll open up the internet. Do you understand? They'll Google it out and see Galaxy Z65. Some detail about Galaxy Z65, nobody knows whether it really exists or not, some detail about it. Like what is the distance, how many million light years is it? And when you're in the dinner party, just casually throw it out. You know Galaxy Z65? Yes, people are looking smart like this only every day. So without memory, your intellect is no use. That is why we are trying to ramp up our memory all the time, because without memory you look stupid in front of other people. But there's another dimension of intelligence called Chitta, which is unsullied by memory. There's no iota of memory in it, it's pure intelligence. Now, what is memory means is, all your boundaries are set by your memory. Please understand this. You say, this is my country. How? You have fixed your memory like this. You say, this is my body. This body has a structure and a framework only because of the memory it carries, isn't it? Yes or no? You understand what I'm saying? Right now it's taking this human form. Whatever food we put in, it's taking this human form because it has a certain type of memory. Never it's going to become like an elephant. You can try, but people try, but it doesn't work because there is a proper structure or boundary of memory. Your ideas of every kind of boundary is only fixed by the memory that you carry. But there is an intelligence within you where there is no memory. If you touch that dimension of intelligence, then this longing to expand will disappear in you because you found unbridled access to the cosmos. In yoga, The yogis have a mischievous way of expressing this. They say, if you touch your chitta, then gods will become your slaves. This is a mischievous way of saying it.